welcome here's Sunday morning is every day for all I care, and I'm not scared. Light my candles in our days, 'cause I found God. Yeah!
Nevermind was the second album by Nirvana, and it was released on the 24th of September 1991. The Washington-based band already had one album under their belt called Bleach, which was released in 1989 to very little success. This was because the angsty, sludgy style of American rock music known as grunge was very much an underground affair in the late 80s. Unimpressed by dark, heavy grunge bands, frontman Kurt Cobain sought to make a few changes to Nirvana and a few changes to grunge in general. After their drummer Chad Channing quit the band in 1990, Cobain and bassist Chris Novoselic got a hold of former Scream drummer Dave Grohl. After fixing that hole, the Nirvana singer began listening to bands such as R.E.M., the Pixies and the Melvins, and felt that their music should be simpler and more melodic than that of Soundgarden and Alice in Chains. And this proved to be a shrewd decision, as when Nevermind was released, it shot straight to number 1 in their home country and cracked the top 10 in 12 other countries. To date, it has sold over 10 million copies and is widely regarded as the album that brought alternative rock to the masses. First, no publications wanted to review Nevermind. However, Smells Like Teen Spirit soon dropped and became a hugely popular single, so the same publications changed their minds in a jiffy. Reviews at the time were largely positive, with critics singling out the band's mood shifts, instrumentation and lyrics. However, some magazines such as Rolling Stone were not so enthusiastic, questioning the originality. Maybe Kurt Cobain should have sung in a Sheffield accent then. Butch Vig once again served as Nirvana's producer, and recording started in early 1990 at Madison Studios, Wisconsin. The band managed to record 8 songs, but Kurt Cobain strained his larynx and they had to take a long break. The recordings didn't go to waste though, as the band eventually used them as demo tapes and soon jetted to California to record the real album 1 year later. Butch Vig has publicly stated that Nevermind didn't turn out the way he had intended, claiming that it sounded like a Mötley Crüe record. Wow, that is harsh. I really strongly disagree. Strongly. Chris Novoselic's bass is audible but not too loud, and he really gets to shine quite a lot, especially in Lounge Act, which he opens the song brilliantly. Kurt Cobain's work is just as loud and aggressive as a grunge guitarist's ought to be, but fast staccatos often play second fiddle to real melodies, something grunge had been lacking. Lastly, Dave Grohl's drums sound magnificent, as they're not hindered by stupid sonic gimmicks, and just sound like proper drums. What's especially great about it is that the cymbals actually manage to cut through the guitars and bass, which is something I look for but rarely find in other albums. Music videos were made for the tracks Lithium, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Come As You Are, and In Bloom. Everyone's familiar with the Smells Like Teen Spirit video, in which Nirvana perform in a school gym, showing how big they were with teenagers. The video for In Bloom is filmed in black and white and is a parody of 1960s variety shows. The Lithium video, on the other hand, is just a lazy collage of clips from live shows. But the Come As You Are video is known for starring the naked baby from the album cover. Nevermind is the album that made alternative rock mainstream, and it's not hard to see why. Nirvana took an underground genre and added catchy riffs, unforgettable hooks, and relatable lyrics. However, it is the dynamics of the album that make it truly outstanding. The technique of going from soft to loud was nothing new even then, but Nirvana were the band that did it better than anyone else. All three of them would put everything into playing soft, and the very next moment they'd put everything into melting your speakers down. And this is what makes Nevermind so engaging, so exciting, so great. The only problem I have with this album, though, is that the guitar solos are quite underwhelming. They're basically just the main riff pushed higher up the fretboard. That's all. Though I should say that's more of a nitpick than anything. It's an outstanding album. I've probably been the millionth person to say that.